afternoon, a very good Friday afternoon from wherever you are. This is a Central Talk. Remember, definitely we at Homestay Gardens Hotel that is just 1 kilometer from Kisumu town. Everything that you want here, guys, you can visit Homestay Gardens for you to get every drink that you may need, every food that you may need. You get here, you get everything here at Homestay Gardens. Now, this afternoon, we really privileged to have these 4 gentlemen from the Kisumu National Polytechnic. We have the maybe the political heavyweights of the institution. We have Tindo right here near me. We have Greg Okoth Kajuang. We also have Oburu Sirikal. He calls himself Oburu Sirikal. At the other side, we have Joseph Mbaka. That is to say, the aspirant chairmanship of the Kisumu National Polytechnic. Now, Oburu was the former, in fact, he was the sitting government, in the sitting government of chairmanship. Greg Okoth Kajuang has also vied for the post sometimes back. He'll talk to us about everything that happened. Tindo, beside me here, is also a gentleman. He'll talk to us on everything he's experienced in the field of politics. That is to say. Now, first we're going to have a clip. Then the days when they had the when they were to have the elections done, but everything that happened, they'll talk to us about. Just to say, Kajuang and Joseph Mbaka will give us a brief history of whatever happened on that particular day. Just before elections, on the very day of elections, everything was cancelled. They'll have to talk to us about them. But let us get the clips and see how they were campaigning. That is how everything happened at the Kisumu National Polytechnic 1 week ago now, right? Guys, 1 week ago now, that is how everything was, and just the condition, the state of the institution, of which the institution was brought to a closure indefinitely. Will talk to us about that, will tell us everything. Now, maybe just about introductory part, we'll have Tindo to lead us. Maybe tell us a brief history of himself.
Thank you very much. I'm Tinda Chiangamba. I was an aspirant for the position of the Kinaposa chairperson. And also, I'm a student of the Kisumu National Polytechnic, as everyone knows. But when you are going to a war, you expect 2 things. You can win or you can be defeated. But for me, Tinder, I would always say that I was not defeated because I was just vetted out. I failed in the vetting. So meaning I was not defeated. Therefore, after failing in the vetting, I decided to support or to back up a strong leader like Tinder. And now I'm supporting Joseph Mbaka. People have been questioning that. Why is it Tinder is supporting Joseph Mbaka? In 2020, before the school was closed because of the strike, there was a 6,000 fee increment. I saw the kind of the leadership that my brother offered during the short time he was in that position. And you know, you can just identify a good leader even if you also you are in the field. Therefore, I decided now it is the right time to support somebody with agenda, somebody with ideologies, not somebody even doesn't have agenda or his manifestos alone cannot give you the guarantee to lead the people. So we sat down with my brother, and the 10 manifestos, or the 10 agendas that Tindo had, 9, both of us had the same 9 agendas. Which were the same. So I decided, and I saw it was not a difficult moment for me to support him.
To support Joseph Mbaka.
Yeah.
Now back to you, Joseph Mbaka. You know, it was never easy in everything that you were planning, right? Then you came up with a team, you made a committee, then you said, I'm going for this chairmanship. You started campaigning. Talk to us about just a brief what happened just before everything was brought to turned upside down.
Okay, thank you, Jeff, for this show, for this interview. Joseph Mbaka, I'm an aspirant, as you said, for the position of the school chair.
Yes.
It has been a long journey, a journey of aspiration of what we want as the students of the KISUMU National Polytechnic. There have been a lot has been said. Like you have said, I've formed a team, a very strong team of people who believe that indeed we can come together for a common purpose and aspiration for us to achieve something which is better. Yes. We've gone through a lot, but we've always kept the faith. The spirit has been high, and the spirit of comradeship has always been there.
Yes.
So before things turned down, things were well. We had a very strong ground. We had numbers.
And you're the talk of the day.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is true. And we believe that last Friday at a time like this,
yes,
we were to celebrate our victory.
That's very true.
We were to celebrate our victory on a Friday like this.
Yes.
So things turned down the way they were.
Yes.
After we struggled, we did our campaigns the way you have seen.
Yes.
It was a very massive campaign.
Yes.
And I can say that for the first time in history, we raised the standards. That even the opponent decided to copy the same the next
yeah. They decided to go the same direction.
The same direction we pursue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to raise the standard of student leadership aspiration. So things were good, things were well until the communication came from the ministry that we are not to have election on that 25th Friday of June as we had planned. It was a disappointing and a frustration that we had, a disappointing message to us, news to us that even led to the indefinite closure of the school. In fact, it was a 14 days closure of the school. So I can say that we are still on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the struggle is still
everything
on.
Stands as the way they were.
They were. Yeah. So we are not giving up. We are still here.
I'm coming back to you.
Yes.
Oburu Sirikal.
Yes.
That is the name that is that your real name, Oburu Sirikal?
Yeah, that's the real name.
Keen on this part of Sirikal.
No,
Sirikal, that is a Luo word meaning government. Yes. So you are Oburu government.
Yeah. That's my real name.
Now talk to us.
Okay, I'm Oburu Sirikal.
Yeah.
Just a correction to make.
Yes.
I'm not the outgoing. I'm not the former.
Yeah.
I'm still the
Yeah,
chairman.
you are still the chairman as things stand right now.
As things stand.
Yes.
I was called back according to the law.
Yeah.
Article 50. You have a constitution.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the best constitutions in East and Central Africa.
Yes.
it is one of the strongest. It has indicated very well in Article 50
Yes.
of the 2020 Constitution that in case there's a failure in election,
Yeah.
disruption and more so,
Interruption and
any other thing, the former SGC, that is the
Yes.
Student Governing Council,
Yeah.
especially the executive, 5 of them,
Yeah.
should be recalled back
Yeah.
to at least act
Yeah.
as
To return their
caretaker.
positions.
Yeah, to retain their position in order to ensure the smooth running of Kinaposa. So I want to make this one clear,
Yes.
even to our fellow comrades.
Yeah.
But as per now, Oburu Sirikal is still your chairman. And I'll make sure that
You return the position
until
He can't
when
retain, he can't retain.
when swearing in
Will be
the
done.
next government
Will be done.
Yes, that's the thing. So, as my brother Mbaka said,
Yes.
it has been a journey full of miseries, full of enjoyments, obstacles, and many things. This institution, we have fought for it. For me to be in power, we were one of the negligence.
Yes.
We were neglected in the institution. We were taken to bad people initially. But we fought through our brother Greg Kajwa.
Yes.
We fought very well, and the light was seen. I came to government because it was part of the plan.
Yes.
Yeah, according to me, I believed in myself. And before that, I even told my people who are my friends but were not supporting me that I must become the chairman of the National Polytechnic.
Yes.
Whether rain or sunshine, I'll be. And my dream remained to be valid, and I became one. Greg did his part. He could never merge to be a leader by then, but whatever he did helped the whole institution up to date.
Yes.
Right now, the Kinaposa chairman is a respected seat.
Yes.
That seat is respected both administration-wise, the government,
Worldwide.
everywhere, because of what happened. And I think my brother Greg,
We'll talk about
We'll talk
that.
about it.
Yes.
it was a great journey that we marched together. I was supposed to have gone out of office, but due to the constitution and due to the ministry on COVID-19 and everything was disrupted. And I want to put this one into the ears of the students. We did a mistake, even after being warned the previous day to election, that was on Thursday.
Yes.
You were warned to campaign inside the school.
Yes.
Our aspirants decided to go and campaign outside to be seen by villagers and motorbike. Then the government came in and decided to close the school to stop any process that could go on. Some of them are bring the blame on Oburu Sirikal that I intruded and interfered with the elections. I couldn't do that. I love my school more than anybody else. It was the decision from the ministry after the mess up made by the aspirants. Now, it was a mistake, we accept. After that, everything happened. Some of the aspirants, we had 3 main aspirants for the position of chair. Some of them decided to remain silent. Another person, after being talked to, he decided to calm his supporters. And the other one decided to back his supporters and make noise to the administration that led to the closure of the institution.
Yes.
I'm not afraid to say that. So, hizi vitu we must revisit.
Yes.
Hizi vitu zote zilifanyika, lazima tuta revisit. The only thing I want to tell comrades that they should be calm. For the candidates, we have 1 month, at most 1 month to the exams.
Yes. National exams.
National exams.
Yes.
And this thing was unfortunate. I was really annoyed by the decision. That was the least thing even the principal wanted. but she was forced to because of the misbehavior of some few people. She was forced to shut down the school through the directive given by the ministry. We were really annoyed. But again, back to democracy and politics.
Yes.
Election must be there.
But that is a must.
And it will be done. The electoral body has a right to ensure there is free and fair election.
Yes.
And they are given that mandate to look for any modality to conduct an election. Whichever way it will be. I think their decision will be final and binding.
Yes.
And we are waiting for that decision. I'm not part of the electoral body, but I'm demanding the election to be done.
For the elections to be there.
For the elections to be there.
Yes.
Because that is the democratic right of all students.
Yes.
They should elect their leader. They should vote for their leaders, like leaders. Sasa zingine mimi wamechoka na mimi. I've worked there for more than 2 years. So
they are tired.
need a fresh blood.
Someone new must come in.
Must come in.
Yes.
And must be through voting. Must be through election, not appointments.
Okay, and then Jeff, before he winds up, before my brother, he has talked about something very sensitive.
Yes.
The incident that happened on Friday really required a lot of wisdom and soberness.
Yes.
We were called in a meeting, and in fact, I want to appreciate the administration for giving us an audience. It is the first time a decision is being made in a presence of students. We didn't have this previously in the older days. But this is where we were called after the elections were cancelled. Madam Principal really talked to us like her children. She advised us appropriately. We were given 2 options. One was to either close the school or for us, the aspirants, to talk to our supporters to come down for the normal learning to continue. He told us if you feel you are much disappointed and you can't be around the institution, you can go to your house and rest or go to the library.
Yes.
Because we had that understanding that the communication was not administratively based.
Yes.
It came from the ministry. And that is why I had to weigh these things. I know some of the comrades expected me to go vibrant, to go vigilant and take them on board. But I was trying to weigh between closing the school because of an election and staying in school for us to organize for another election, because I had clear understanding of the constitution, of what we are required. So these are some of the things that really inspired me to make a decision to ensure that I talk to my people soberly and tell them at the end of the day we will serve wisdom on the table, and that is what is going to happen. We will have to serve wisdom on the table. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mbaka.
Yeah.
There's a tweet that I'm going to read. There's a tweet that I'm going to read. It says, elections in the KISUMU National Polytechnic have always been permitted with a lot of controversies and at times even violence, right? And that is perhaps the reason why the new principal was not willing to take chances. In June 2019, a student, in quotes, aspirant, took the institution court after he was disqualified from the race, and he won the case. Election would later be postponed for several months until his case was decided. I'm back to you, Kajuang, my brother. In fact, it's directly to you, right? Things happened in 2019. Talk to us about it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yes.
Jeff, as an institution,
Yes.
Kevin, the chair is here. He was an aspirant. He was an aspirant. He said he never won. Because he never lost. He was vetted out.
Yes.
As an institution, we've come from, let me say, the days of, we were inferior. KISUMU Poly was never known. But it has grown until we are now superior. KISUMU Poly is known. When we recall the incident in 2019,
Yes.
one thing I want to tell our students, that the kind of peace, the kind of, how do I put it? The things they're seeing in that institution right now,
Yes.
the freedom they're enjoying right now,
Yes.
it's because of what we fought. We are the main freedom fighters of this institution. And that's
Back
why,
in 2019.
that is important. And that's why when you see us commanding and telling them that this is the way to go,
Yes.
that is, so they should not come here saying that this is what Kajuang. I'm a student.
Yes.
I even have
And
my
you're still
school
a
ID.
student.
I'll remain being a student.
Yes.
You know, I can decide I become a student, I have fellowship, I come back. Currently, I'm a third year marketing student. I'm doing my exam in November, right?
Yes.
Yeah, courtesy of the institution. We are back in institution to finish our education. And when something like election pop up coming, we have to talk. When I tell you that we are the freedom fighters of this institution, when I give you a brief history of how we started fighting for the freedom these students are enjoying now. When the former principal, Madam Nyanjom, was there.
Yes.
These students, most of them, they don't know this thing, and they don't understand this thing. Tino, you were there. You were there. Yeah. He was there. He was there.
Yes.
The administration of KISUMU Poly has been taking students. I don't know how they view students. I think they view students, some to be poor, some not to know the right. But you know, people like us, we follow big politicians.
Yes.
We read. We have brains. We've come from good high schools with a good back. We know what to do.
Yes.
So instead of bringing the strength to the institution, we decided let us go this way. I presented my papers as a candidate. I told them I wanted to do this, knowing in our constitution we have a big loophole. And from that point to court, we had right now of all institutions in Kenya, KISUMU Poly has the best constitution, courtesy of we going to the court. And these are things that some students don't want to know. They don't want to listen. What they want is we are going with this or the way. When you are telling them vote this person, we know why we are telling them. We've seen leadership before over the people. I can quote my friend Achola.
Yes.
Achola was a good chairman, but he was never serious. He never took his role. Student leadership, when we look back at the likes of Titus and Ngozi, you must stand for your people. Yani lazima ufinywe, wewe pia unawafinya. You get that? Yani ni kufinyana. Yadimini na kufinya wewe pia. And that's when we went to court. We submitted our papers with everything. We won the case. The school reappealed. We won again. They decided that let them now go to election. Mimi kama Kajuang, I saw it wise that there's a new generation of people. I've done my part. I've fought for them. So I'm the Moses. Mimi Joshua ama huyu mwingine asiwafikishe. And that's why you saw us endorsing my brother. You remember what? And I never did that because of Buru. I knew his potential. I knew his capability. I knew the things he could do for this institution. And so mwapeleka kana. You see? So we have fought.
They are now enjoying the fruit of Canada.
Let me tell you, KISUMU Poly, the kind of freedom wale watoto wana enjoy size like standing, storing, going to see bamboo, you are storing. African, you could go home days of Nyanjomo, even the former principal Lumolo. But if you tuliwafinya watu wakafinyana, they should leave students to be themselves. You also be, you see that? So not that we are fighting with the administration, but we are tell them that in the 21st century, we are adults, you know what we are. Allow these people do what they want to do, as long as they're following the school rules and regulations. Number two, the administration should keep off student election. They should not even take side. Let them allow students to. So what I can tell our students, when we tell you this is the right way to, in each and every sector of the society, they are kingmakers. They are people who give people the way that we are going this way. When you tell it is this way, and I'm telling you this up, Orengo once said it. Me, I'm not a prophet, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a student and politician. Okay? And also a businessman. The decision they are going to make in this election must be there. That is a mandatory. Closing the institution with the health, whatever, those are things that are there. Formalities. We have to obey the laws of the land, right? But what we are saying, when they come back, they must organize election for them. They must do and choose the leaders. Personally, I'm tired of the leadership of Uburu can't be a Museveni in KISUMU. Let him pack, leave, and go. Let them give let him give those students also time that now choose. The way I left, I never even went to the ballot. I only went to court. But I said I'm tired.
But you went to fight for their rights.
The current thing they're enjoying, and I'm telling you, the noise you are making in that department is courtesy of us. you can make noise in that institution because of Kajwa,
Yes.
who went to court to fight for you.
Yes.
And that's why our constitution supports that. Students are allowed that freedom. We are socializing, we are going to ladies' hostel before 10, we are enjoying. Any comrades are intermingling, you are marrying. Outside we are eating maya, you see. Courtesy of the freedom. But what I can say,
Yes.
that today I may be wrong. They may tell me as Kajwang is bad, Kajwang wants us to do that. But I'm trying to give them the right person that can take them somewhere.
Yes.
In 2 years to come or 3 years to come, that institution you're seeing that today you're saying you have a better administration, they'll be crying in social media of TKNP
Yes.
that the administration done and this and that. And that's why we're saying that can you install better leaders who can stand by you? And when they leave power, they also install some good leaders who can stand by you. Student politics is something that has come all along. When you look at our leaders, they are bright because of how they think. So what I'm telling our boys, able to fikiria tujue chenye tunataka. Today we may be in this because of politics. Mara divide, the other guy divide. But we are telling them, this person we are telling you, huyu tunawambia, huyu ndio atawapeleka pale. Na hii kitu nawambia hivi today live hapa kwa Central Talk Show.
Yes.
That in 3 years, easy that, you will see. And there's a notion of some department installing leaders. Yani they just want to give the institution leaders. You get you're a leader, you can't even say your name in English. Then you come at your international institution, the TVET. We have a lot of things and a lot of interest in that student politics. So mine is very simple. We fought for freedom. But are we
And that is the
that
freedom they are enjoying right now.
Right now, they can cough and even abuse the administration courtesy of us. Because they'll, wakifinywa, they'll call us, we'll talk that me and tell them, these are just young boys, they're confused, they don't know.
Yeah.
Just allow them to finish their school and they go. Chairman, you, how many people have well? I can tell you something, in 2019, we have over 40 students were suspended because of me.
Yes.
Do you know who brought them to school? This guy. The same people he brought to school. And the same people fighting him. I heard that he is vying, he wants to be the chairman of that institution. Only that now I'm a senior, I don't engage in this politics. You just leave them to. So while he was vying, he happened to come from my department. You know, home always.
East
East or West.
Home is the best.
So because I'm not supporting because now that I'm from business, no. I heard he wanted, he was vying as a chairman.
Yes.
And also, I have a right to vote. So I decided to follow him. That he's vying, let me follow him as, he's called
Mbaka.
Yeah, that name. So you see these things happen. But for me, I'm saying is maybe it's the right one that can help that institution.
Yes.
And that's why you're telling students, if you're given opportunity to choose someone who can stand. Choose a leader that when he stands to represent the KMP somewhere in Nairobi or outside the world, you feel proud saying that's my leader. There's this notion of drug in our institution. Yes. Drug is taking our boys down. And when you see how drug is taking boys down, sometimes as a leader you cry. You feel maybe what if it was my child or my brother. You know, some of us are parents. Yeah. We are not just students. Like I have a son. Yeah. So when we talk, we know. We have raised, we know. We are parents. We know. You can't elect a drug dealer or a drug peddler to lead an institution. You cannot. Never. That one cannot happen when Mimi kama Kajwang, I'm still alive. So issue of drugs, there is a friend of mine also buying. Engineering has a very good candidate. He's vying, and I know God willing, he may be the speaker. Engineering must have a speaker. He is a friend of mine, a long friend of mine called Kalima. What I know that Kalima will be the speaker. Kalima will be the speaker, and he can serve as a very good speaker. I don't know who is going to be the chairman. But there are two candidates vying, Kalima and the other guy. I think they're okay. But KISUMU cannot be ruled by a drug peddler. KISUMU is not a drug hub. Those were long days when it was admitting the D's and E's. Right now we have people with the good grades who are coming to KISUMU. The TVETs are now the best institution, where the government is taking our kids. And we are being brought to TVETs to get some basic knowledge. Come plumbing, you see. university ni kulaliana
The
tuna 1 2
technicals.
3 kupika, life moves on. You see that? But Steve saizi unafundishwa, like I have a friend called Asho, anasoma hii kutengeneza stima ya socket. You see? And he'll make money at the end of the day, anabeba bag yake chafu, he has money. While someone wants to sit in the office because he's come from business department at I'm doing DDM. What is that? You see this thing? So what we're telling these students, we are your students, some of us we are seniors, but we are telling you the right way is here.
The right path to follow.
The right path of the KISUMU National Polytechnic is here.
Mr. Jeff, I'm telling you this.
Yes.
Just to interject on what my brother here said. Actually, a good leader, you will know him through his talks or how he is on campus. When I joined KISUMU Poly in 2018, the first person that I noticed was my brother Mbaka, because by that time he was the champion. When I took the school to the court, that one is now July 2018, everybody made a note of noise. The noisy hornbill always must be there. That Kajuana have done all this and that. But now we are seeing the freedom of everything. We are seeing the freedom of everything.
Chairman,
that
you've served peacefully. And you really served. But let me tell you something, Jeff. The guy has worked. The guy has worked peacefully. If I was the administration, let him be given another third term.
Mr. Jeff, this is the notion that have been going around the school. That good leaders are only coming from buildings. But that one is wrong. We can't elect a leader depending on department or region where he or she is coming from. We must elect a leader depending on the ideologies or the agendas that the person is having. And that is why Tinda Ching, when you are seeing me here, I was the only threat to this guy, and even he can confirm.
And why is it that you've gone to back in back again?
It's politics. It's politics.
I was focusing my efforts.
Yeah, I was the only threat to this guy. And actually, when I was vetted out, I decided no. I saw the fruit of what this guy did when he was in that position for only 2 months. And I can say them that the intimidation of the comrades that were within the institution are now over. You could not even pass the gate without being intimidated.
I'm sorry to say his name, but I don't fear, I don't fear. There was this guy, security guy, he's called Okondo.
Yes.
Nowadays, Okondo is free. It's just see comrades are walking. People are enjoying. Okondo used to be bad, Bana. You could not pass that gate. Okondo could go back. But now, because we ran, you see
what we fought for.
Yeah.
And about that issue of Tindo, I want to add something on that. This guy is not supported by these big wigs because of any interest, like the notion that has been going in the ground. First of all, he is tested, confirmed, and tried. Initially, when a chairman or a student leader is elected and he or she proceeds to attachment, he or she leaves another person to act on his or her behalf. When I was elected in October 2019, then I was to proceed to attachment on January 2020. I decided to leave Mbaka Joseph to act as the chairperson in the process. After that,
the guy acted.
He acted gently.
I was
the guy acted.
That is why you
acted.
So
now, this is the thing. I tried my best within the 1 month I had in the institution.
Yes.
Then I left everything on his hands.
For attachment.
First of all, there was an increment in fee.
Yeah.
Secondly, there were unlawful suspension of students.
And he brought all those students back.
Third,
I can quote one.
Intimidations and threats.
There were intimidation because of the adamancy of our institution, of our administration. They could never listen to our grievances. The fee is increased. Many of our students are coming from the poor background. They could not have an ear for these students. The only best solution we had
was to go by
the road. Because even in Kenya, Article 37 gives citizens a right to peacefully demonstrate.
But we are not advocating for that.
We are not advocating for that.
They should always listen to students.
Yes.
Yeah. We gave a notice.
We did all the diplomatic
ways. It failed. This guy took people on board. The suspended students.
Yeah.
The suspended students.
Yeah.
were recalled.
We have
immediately
Kisumu was a Secretary General, Mr. Wala,
Governor.
Mr. Wala
Yeah.
took him
We had a
home.
governor, this
Governor.
guy called Ronald.
Yeah.
He was suspended. He came back. He was among the 27 students who were suspended lawfully.
Courtesy of Joseph.
That is
Yeah.
Joseph.
We have Joseph Otiende.
And that
We
is
have people.
Oburu's government.
Huh?
Yeah,
That was
is the
my government.
Still your government.
Huh? Yeah. The intimidation that used to be there has never been there.
And it
Since
will be
that
there
time.
for the next 10 years. When you're
And
still a
it
student.
will not be there
For the next
again.
10 years.
Because comrades have realized the light. They've realized what is right for them. Now, we are not supporting this guy.
For any
In
interest.
fact, he really annoyed me.
Yeah.
He crossed my path.
Yes.
When he decided to outshine me during that time, and we were really disagreeing.
He wanted to overthrow you.
He wanted to overthrow me.
That's what overthrow you was you take
That
so
is
long.
power.
And Mr. J.
We understand. That is power.
Only 2 months, and this guy had everybody in his back, and I remained with nobody.
You are to be thrown out of the
Yeah,
office. You are
now
to throw you out.
the
The
council,
guy is a good
the
civilized.
National Polytechnic Council,
Yes.
called me back with my team to at least advocate for whatever people went to strike for. At least discuss some of the issues that made people went to strike. I decided to say everything. I decided to advocate for everything that was there.
Jeff, let me cut it short.
Yes.
And you know, from there, Chairman, nowadays in Kisumu National Polytechnic, these are people who use resources when campaigning.
Yeah.
So how do someone who uses his resources? Like I'm told one has complained with over 1 million, 2 million. I don't know, it's from
3
business.
million.
It's, you have
I
hours.
spent 3 million.
The other opponent I've told I've spent 5 million just to outshine him the next day. No, you don't know. But what I'm saying, Jeff, because of what happened, the council called the entire student leadership. Nowadays, as a student leader, when you are going for attachment, you are forced to look for attachment in Kisumu County, where you can still serve and also do your attachment.
There are no more acting.
Yeah, no more acting. You are receiving that money, you see. You know,
Tell them
about
the
at the end
last
of the day,
acting
it's
chairman.
what you have in the pocket.
We'll never have any
Because
other
like the
acting
chairman,
chairman.
he used his money. He has to.
Because the administration used that, it was like the law of the land. It was like it was never written anywhere that there should
was
be
not
acting,
documented.
but they imposed it that it must be there because of attachment. Right now, by then the administration used to divide and rule system. They could inject virus in these candidates, in these officials, the acting ones, that you should not be consulting those people.
And that
The
is what
elected
they
ones.
tried.
They tried to do that. They were calling them into offices and again, at the same time, they are saying you are limited to perform some powers.
Jeff, this is
So-
the Kisumu Poly. Yes.
This is now, I'm telling you, the core of Kisumu Poly. Now that's what's happening. We have a sanitized administration. We need to give them good leaders. I'm not supporting anybody because of any interest. I'm done. I'm going. But nia yangu ni moja.
Yes.
Sio kuacha kinaposa kwa mkono ya mwizi.
Yes.
Ama mkono ya mtiaji. I myself, one of the candidates, had taken me to the principal just to report me that I'm misusing some of their funds.
But maybe it may be true. You know, in these offices, maybe you are misusing.
No, I wasn't.
No, maybe you are misusing because you worked for 2 years. And what I'm saying, yeah,
And it was only a
these people
notion.
should call for a good audit before the guy leaves. The guy has served 2 years. He should be audited. Oburu there.
But I
No,
remember
this is the
just-
thing.
We'll come to you.
There is
Yeah,
a way
yes.
you do things, but you can't tell me as a comrade. You are taking a fellow comrade to the administration. It's the principal reporting a comrade to the principal. Because
Without even coming to me.
without evidence, there is a problem doing things
That's
according to our
what-
constitution.
What if he's misusing
The
drugs?
2017
abusing
constitution
drugs?
article
No, that's
4.
tacky. Like I'm told one of the candidates is a serious drug. You see, man, a drug dealer, drug peddler cannot lead the case while they are still alive. That is something you should put on air.
let me tell you, Mr. Jay.
That's something I'm telling you.
About the auditment that this guy is talking about. I think the second last GA, when you were there, if I'm not wrong, you brought the report about
Audit report.
The audit report.
The auditor
was
also
there.
gave a
The
report.
auditor also, and the funny part of it, that the auditor is coming from the building civil department. which even it's a good picture because no one can say that actually Guru called him us to give him something to do what? To give us kidogo to give us a wrong information.
It's an independent body.
It is an independent body.
I doubt. So, you know, these people in power, they must protect. I really doubt.
I'm not protecting anyone, my friend, because for me at now, the only person that I'm busy on supporting fully with all my resources is Joseph Mbaka. Because I know the kind of leadership that we have been with him in this journey. Within 2 months actually, and we shook the ground. Without Tindo, this guy could have not finished his term in the office. Truth of the matter. We were overthrowing this man.
I used to.
Yeah. So it is me who we call.
You used him as a loophole.
Yeah, to beat this guy over
I
here.
had to take my trusted friend.
You know, Jeff, these people maybe they're taking us away from the topic. Jeff, we are here for the KISUMU National Polytechnic. We are here to help the administration have a smooth running of the institution. And that's why we are telling them, should we command or direct them?
No, that's telling them.
We are telling them
They have their rights.
those students, they must be given election. And that election, everything that is in that constitution must be followed. You see? The constitution must be followed. And they should give these students.
I have 21 days in
They
office.
should resume studies. Hawa watoto wametuchosha hapa nje. Unatembea mbele ya mamba unapata mwingine msichana mrembo umejua. Sasa unaona watoto wetu wanatembea wanatafuta pesa. Pale ndani wakiwa hata wanakula pesa ya vijana kidogo kidogo. We need them back. We also need the administration to act soberly and give them direction. Yeah, I think that is what happened. But personally as Kajwan, we have brought this institution from far. And when we see it going a wrong direction, you will see us talking about it. We are like the elders, the student elders of this institution. I've worked with my brother Buru. This guy really served well. On matters requisition that he was doing, if you go to the Kinaposa office right now, it's well furnished.
Executive.
It's everything is good. He brought masks. I'm told weekly, per week, students are being given masks, 10 masks each. That's a very good job to the union. The union has done quite well. Weekly, the union, the Kinaposa union is giving students masks.
We have task shop.
You see, we have businesses where even my friend, I have a friend called Anna. He has a shop there. They just go, they play pool there in the evening.
We are not experiencing any more food poisoning, which used to be there.
Students have businesses to run courtesy of the union. And the people saying, Mara who cartels, Mimi Kajuang, I'm a student. Ati Kajuang is a cartel. I'm not a cartel. We're just advocating that things to run well. We want that the union, this door you've given, blah, blah, blah. Is he a student? Yes, we want our students. Then we want these upcoming leaders initiate projects kama hii kufieka wanafunzi wafieke wapate pesa walipe school fees. That is all I can say. Maybe if you have.
Okay. Back to you, Mbaka. I want you to clear the air. There was these rumors going around. You know, when elections in every institution, when election nears, there's these rumors that has been going around that maybe the administration has their own person, right, for the seat, right? So that when they see that the other party, right, is garnering more students than what they expected, now they close everything, clear the air.
Okay, if there can be the person that admin, the least person that admin can side with, then it is me. Yes. If there can be any person or any aspirant that the administration should be fighting, then it's me. Because I've fought the same administration. They have the history. Yes. They have everything. They know my leadership. They know my leadership. So definitely, the rumor, it is a propaganda.
Yeah.
I cannot be an admin puppet, admin project. I cannot be. Yes. As my friend said, I've been tested, tried and confirmed. I know what comrades goes through. I know what we feel on the ground. I know the kind of suffering we are going through. And that is why I decided to step up for this position. And I believe that it is the kind of servant leadership that our students want. Nothing more than that. Not someone who is going there to be boss. Someone who is ready to listen to the students. There is one thing I said on Friday that we must have election. Elections will be there. And must be
That is a mandate.
The Constitution is very clear, Article 50, part of it, that within the 21 days after the cancellation, the electoral board should organize for a by-election. We believe it will be there. And these are, maybe for those who doesn't know or those who don't know yet, we are not going to start a new process of vetting or picking of the nomination. It is a by-election. The three of us must face it into the ballot. The administration should keep off with the election.
From the elections.
Yeah, they should just allow students to exercise their sovereign power of electing their leaders, their preferred leaders. I believe that comrades are wise. They saw what happened on Friday. They know the kind of a leader they want. That is why we continue encouraging them that let us continue to sober up and serve wisdom on the table as always. I'm a victim of bad leadership. Yes. I'm a victim of that demonstration and strike and everything. I know it cost, the consequences. We are wasting much time at home right now. We have candidates who are preparing for their NEC in August. I'm a candidate who should be registering for my NEC examination in November. The registration deadline is on 7th of this month. So definitely the time that has been wasted to me is too much. And that is why we should now sober up. Let us not be vigorous, chest stamping all the time. Not all things should be done with thorax. There is a proper way of doing things. We have a document that is going to guide us. There is a good constitution that has been registered by the tournament. I believe in my fellow comrades. They know what we want. The kind of leadership, the kind of hecklers we witnessed on Friday, the noisemakers, those people who are hired to come and destroy what was there. The peace that comrades were preaching on that very, very Friday. Yes. We have you also. We have them. We know them. And this thing, as my brother said, we must revisit. And we shall. We shall do that.
Now, do you think that when you will resume back, now that you are home for 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
And right now it's around 1 week remaining for you guys to be back to the institution.
Yes.
What will happen if elections, maybe they've been planned again, they've been rearranged again to take place, right? Then again, there's that issue of violence. Do you see yourself, or are you ready to team up with the opponent so that you work together, so that these commotions and violence, just everything cannot be there?
Even on Friday, last Friday,
Yes.
I decided to team up with my opponent.
Yeah.
We sat down on a meeting. We agreed that let us go down there and preach peace.
Yes.
Tell comrades to come down for us to sort out things in a sober way. But it was to my surprise that he changed after seeing the rowdy crowd. Yeah, so he could not. He could not.
One of his opponents was under influence.
He could not practice his leadership quality very well. But still, I'm not selfish.
Yes.
At the end
You
of
are
the
ready
day,
to work.
At the end of the day, it is not all about Mbaka Joseph, but it's about comrades.
Yes.
Yeah, it is
The
about
institution is bigger than an individual. It is
You
bigger
can't
than
run it one person.
I can't run it one person.
But I'm told the
And I
president
don't-
to
I'm-
be, or what we hearing.
and I'm not looking forward for any kind of violence.
Yes.
And if there is anybody who is planning to cause chaos when we resume back, we will deal with them appropriately.
Yes.
I will deal with him appropriately. If administration cannot do that, then I'll ensure that nobody cause chaos and disturb the peace of others in the institution.
Until when election is done.
It's done and everything is over, we go back to our books, we prepare for examination. That is what I want.
My
Museveni.
very good friend,
Museveni.
Oburu Sirikal, the
guy
government,
should just go home.
the current government right
tired
now,
of his guys.
experience that you've been through and the challenges, talk to us about the challenges, how the leadership has been with you since you entered the office.
Okay, Jeff, the obstacles
Yes.
that I've experienced since I joined this office. Student leadership, first of all, I want to say it is tough. It's not easy. The first problem I experienced was losing my friends. I lost everybody that backed me. I never had a time for them. The most trusted ones, so to be neglected now in my government. And up to now, some of them are against me because of that. But I want to tell you, the first advice I got when I got into power, while you were campaigning, you surrounded yourself with the people who could easily kill you. Now that you are in power, you should surround yourself with people who can help you live with brains. I decided to come with documents. Maybe I left some of them out. And this one made most of them to run away and start throwing stones at me.
And you're eating the union.
Yeah, many other things that they don't have any evidence
Proof.
about it.
He has a lot of women.
Yeah.
I even had some.
So, all those are there. Any leader elected, any working government must be put on toes. By doing this, you must find a weakness to put so that he can feel your weight. But I want to say this, Jeff, to my fellow comrades. The first thing I decided to do was to work for the comrades. Because my slogan by then was doing it for comrades. That was the slogan. Without favoring any individual, anybody at individual level, I decided to do it for comrades. Do something that every comrade could see. Not doing something for an individual to benefit. I created jobs for the students. Kinaposa had never had office cleaners. Right now we have office cleaners who earns a lot of money from the union. Jobs, we have business students.
Office cleaners are comrades.
They're comrades.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they earn. I decided to go in people's lives, to touch those who have the business ideas but cannot express them because they lack chance, they lack opportunities. We decided to bring task shops to the institutions. The students applied for the shops, they were advertised and shortlisted and everything. And we selected these tenants appropriately for them to go. We have experienced a lot of challenges. My brother here brought me a lot of challenges when I left in position.
When he was in the position?
Yeah, but I restructured myself and I became strong. Maybe I've not done something as much as people expected, but I couldn't do all.
But the level
because
that
of the
you've done-
challenges I had due to COVID-19 and most of it. I could
But
not have done
COVID-19 should not be an excuse.
No, it is. It is.
You see,
The guy was working even during
It's challenged everybody. There's some things that I could not do when there was COVID.
people working from home.
but you were
Working from home, working for companies.
you were
Yeah,
also
you
earning
can
during
work
COVID.
from, you are
Everything
earning.
was running
Using,
No,
during COVID-19. So that one should not be.
no.
COVID-19 should
That's
not
a
be
strong excuse and an experience, a challenge that I said. However much they can talk.
COVID-19 is a privilege and it is an advantage to him.
Because he was
Helps him
earning
to
during
stay,
that time.
to stay long in the office.
In power.
In power. It helped him.
I could stay. That one was a plan. Because, first of all, the first
That was not a plan.
it was a part of the plan.
You can't say that it was
Eh?
a plan.
The
The
first advice I
Who knew
got.
that COVID-19 was going to be there?
No,
It was a plan, God's plan.
Yeah.
God's plan. According to this.
So,
According to him, it was God's plan.
so
But
part
I
of the
think the
plan.
guy, partly, he has won. Of all the student leaders we have in
He's
this
the best.
he is the best. If you compare,
least he has
I told her
gotten
leadership
the-
was full. The only thing I could see him walking with the ladies around the institution. But at least he did his best. He was,
He's the best chairman.
that's a bravo to him.
But I'll still outshine him.
Yes.
I'll still do
But
better
the
But
right things
advice
first.
these guys gave, this issue of misusing funds. I'm told these people are running campaign of, hey,
Yeah, for me, I used 1.2 million on that one.
he was vetted out.
You are still vetted
I
out.
was vetted. I used
But there's
1.2.
something the institutions will clarify. When these guys they come that they want leadership position, do not use them. Okay? Sometimes look at them with vetting panel and choose this one. Like
What
me,
they are capable of doing and
do you know me?
Mrs.
Just
Beer.
disbanded me and told me you have a refer, go.
Mama Bear.
Kajuang with my refer. I can lead, I can
Okay,
serve.
Mama Bear.
Don't judge me by my refer and by my head in the
There must be a limit. There must be a
There
limit.
must be a limit. But all in all, I think it should not be 100% qualification. if you have one, then let it be 90 or 80%.
What we are saying, Jeff,
qualification.
again,
Yes. Yeah, that is
let
what
us
we
wish
will
this
revisit
boy
that issue.
all the best. What I can say, Mbaka,
Yes.
let me wish you all the best as you go fight. We come from the same department. Me, what I can support you is just like one word. I may wish you all the best. You fight. Do your best. If you win, something is not only. If you don't, accept and move on. Okay? But what I'm saying, KISUMU Poly cannot be like that. Drag it. Thank you and
thank you so
Jeff,
much.
before, let me just say something.
Yes.
I don't
We're just wrapping up.
Oh, I can see their technical team is taking time.
What I can tell the comrades now that the incidents that happened this Friday can tell them the kind of leader that they can do. Let us vote wisely. And let us vote a leader who can represent us and can negotiate on our behalf. Let us not just vote because there are some of the tycoons paradise who think that they can direct people to vote where they can vote. Like there are some of my colleagues who are coming from mostly from buildings. They think that the leadership should only come from buildings.
Yes.
That is a big no. We should elect a leader depending on the agenda and the language is the way I see it.
Yes.
Yeah. Doing so, we will be bringing KISUMU Poly in the level that
Building
it
and settlement in
requires.
Kiswahili inaitwa mjengo ama inaitwa nini?
No, I think we are going overboard.
So,
Not overboard, but your story.
We are going overboard.
What is building?
No,
we were just
let
wrapping
me tell you
everything
this.
up.
A lot of that where Chindo has talked about, we are not here to maybe shame our department. But the only thing that I want to tell comrades,
Yes.
there's something you are forgetting. You've not asked us about what brought about the addition of the 6,000.
6,000.
Do you know the 6,000 was added to the technical students only for the purpose of tech practicals?
Yes.
And it was added during the tenure of a leader from building
From the same department.
It was through my leadership from business department that we fought for these people. We sacrificed. This guy sacrificed for them. And went to road to at least demonstrate for these people's right for the 6,000 shillings to be removed. Could he be a leader from the department that I'm from business? I don't want to sacrifice.
Those people to pay 6,000.
Haingefanyika.
Okay, let
So
me
let's elect leaders who can work for communities.
But Jeff, next
Rumors are
time,
going around that we have interest. Bana mimi namaliza yangu. I'm going to achieve my
unamaliza
degree.
yako tatu.
That is a dirty politics.
Mimi namaliza yangu tatu. Mimi naenda.
And that is why, Mr. Jeff, I want to be the ukombozi of the KISUMU National.
Jeff, this guy has something.
I was like the
we're
Moses.
just
Before you
wrapping
take,
everything, guys,
before you take,
up,
you
because we can make this story
no,
for,
let me just
for
finish
a
up.
whole day.
Let me just finish up. I was like the Moses who led these people from Egypt.
Yes.
The way my brother said here. But now there is Joshua to cross the river Jordan with them. Who is Joseph?
Yes.
I want to be the ukombozi of this institution, ending what we call regional politics and departmental politics. I think if Tindo will do that, and if Mbaka will win, I will feel so comfortable and appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
very much.
Mbaka, just give you as your final word, what you have for the students. In any case, for it happens that you'll be going to be the next chairman of the KISUMU National Polytechnic. This is the camera. Tell the students something.
Okay.
What do you have for them?
I have a lot of agendas for you and plans and manifestos. These were derived from the challenges that we are facing that I must solve. People have talked of different issues, different concerns that affect, like chairs, the inadequacy of chairs, the Wi-Fi thing, the failure of the registration system, the online thing, our health facility in our institution is also a major problem. We can't access the health services. Yeah, we have our mess, the standard mess. We still don't have the standard mess that should match the standards of our institution.
Yes.
These are some of the things that we have to ensure we do them.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I can tell comrades for now is that let us be peaceful. Let us remember that at the end of the day we are still comrades, and comradeship is what matters. There is one thing that I might be forgetting. It is a serious issue that has been affecting us, the security part of it. Student security has always been my number one priority. As a student leader, I lost a friend of mine due to the insecurity. And may the spirits of Patrick Malaki rest in peace. Security has been a major challenge. We are still fighting this battle. I said we are a school at war. It is still a war that we have to fight together as comrades, irrespective of the region you are coming from, the department you are coming from. We are still students, we are still comrades of our great institution. So mine is to please for our students, let us conduct a peaceful election. We embark on our studies, on our books. We have our school moving forward. The institution is bigger than it. Thank you, Mbaka Joseph. It is back to basics.
Thank you so much. Sirikal Oburu, tell us your last word as we wind up.
The only thing I can tell my fellow comrades, as the sitting chairman of the KISUMU National Polytechnic, I want to encourage students to be peaceful. Whatever challenge they might be facing now, the election will be held. Whichever way, it must be done. But let's try to be peaceful and elect good leaders who will take our institution far. I might have not done some. I might have not reached my limit as I was expected to. But through the next leaders, I hope this one will come to pass and will come to be done. So the only encouragement I want to give to my fellow comrades is to be peaceful, work hard, and remain vigilant, and know your rights and freedoms. Don't lie, don't sleep, don't go over. Know your rights and the limits where you should go. That's the only message you can pass to the comrades. I only have 21 days in the office.
Oh, but the guy should go, man. We are tired.
I'm going.
And you are tired.
Only 21 days.
Yeah, you should go.
The only thing I want to tell my comrades, I'm thankful. You enabled me to work well. Yes. And I'm now finishing my term peacefully. Despite all challenges, despite all the shoulders around, everything,
You are going.
I'm going.
Go.
But again,
Yeah, the guy.
I'm asking for forgiveness from the people who I may have passed their lines and so please, let's remain to be comrades. Let's remain to be vigilant, know our rights and be peaceful. Thank you so much, comrades.
Thank you so much. Gregor Koth Kajwang, give us your last word.
Yes, my last word is very simple.
Yes.
You can never fight government.
Yes.
You look at the history of this country, people fought it well. Only Raila fought, and Kajwang fought, and they're still surviving. So you can never fight a working government. At the end of the day, as a student, it's not the noises or the heckling we make here. Okay? Look at your background. Okay? That background back at home, nyumbani kukoje, mama kukoje. That's what will determine your future. While you see us making noise in town doing 1, 2, 3, what, we are looking at our backgrounds and we make it better. Students, look at your background. Know where you come from and know what you are doing. Get to know your future. And before you start a war, know the cause of that war. Don't just get into a war that you don't understand.
You don't know how you're going to end it?
Don't. Above all, msome, mpelekee wazazi na wakujie kazi. You know, now we are employees. Wakujie kazi. Yeah, let them come. Kajwang will help, will provide employment.
Where possible.
Yeah, they come all free. Moso engineers. Yes. Kujeni bana. Tupige mjengo tuendeleze. Thank you, Jeff, and we appreciate.
Thank you.
First of all, I appreciate bringing me in here. Let me say this one. First of all, I'm just requesting our comrades. Don't let the event to lead to our closure of the institution from us. Let us come back, read, study, give the result to our parents, and when the right time comes for electing our leaders, let us elect leaders. Yeah, let us vote somebody that we know can work, understand us, and represent us. Not somebody that is just going to heckle. No matter, however much the noisy the hornbill makes in the jungle, the lion still remains the king. And the king in our institution is just the administration and the government. So I'm just requesting our comrades, let us remain focused on what brought us in this school. Let us not sideline what brought us in the school and give other factors priority. Last, let us elect a leader and let Tindo be the ukombozi of the Kisumu National Polytechnic, the way I say.
Yes.
Let us end the departmental politics, let us end the regionalism, tribalism and ethnicity, and then from that we will bring the Kisumu Poly in the level that we want it to be. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for you having your chance and making right here to this show. I appreciate everything, Tindo. I appreciate everything, Sirikal Oburu. I appreciate everything, Joseph Mbaka, for your time. You know, we have issues, right? You have some other things to do, but you made sure that, you know what, you had to come and we share together everything that the Kisumu National Polytechnic has been going through. Thank you so much, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. It was the Central Talk, and we had the guys, they call themselves the heavyweights, political heavyweights from the Kisumu National Polytechnic, where they've actually given their history on politics of the institution and everything that has been happening. Thank you so much for everything. We thank everyone. We thank you all. Otherwise, let's meet next time, the same day, the same time.